achievement, a new personal best. Chat. Pokemon Go maker Niantic is selling its game division to Scopely for $3.5 billion reduce. Now, some of you might be saying, what the fuck is Scopely? By the way you were talking, I assumed that it was going to be like Tencent or something. No, man. I would have been happy if Tencent bought Pokemon Go. I would have been like, fuck yeah, Tencent. At least we'll get good microtransactions. Elliot Mixture, thank you for the raid. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Sure, Tencent will fuck a game in the ass with microtransactions, but at least they'll be like good microtransactions, right? At least like the game will be bloated. But if I spend $5, I'm getting like a fucking shining ultimate outfit with the fancy animation and whatever the fuck. But no, Scopely. The people who made Monopoly Go, which I have a video for, because I'm not entirely like on the up and up with Monopoly Go. I've only heard the horror stories secondhand, but boy have I heard a lot of fucking horror stories. Mobile gaming giant Scopely on Wednesday said it has agreed to acquire Pokemon Go maker Niantic's gaming division for $3.5 billion. Niantic said that it will add an additional $350 million cash to yield a total value of $3.85 billion to Niantic's equity holders. Niantic's game roster includes the hit Pokemon Go, which has more than 20 million weekly active players. Pikmin Bloom, a walking game introduced in 2021. Monster Hunter Now, an AR game released in 2023. Campfire, a community interaction platform. And Wayfarer, a tool to contribute new map locations across Niantic games. Niantic said it will now focus on building real-world 3D maps through a new standalone entity called Niantic Spatial that will be led by the company's CEO and founder, John Hank. As part of the deal, all employees working on Niantic's games will join Scopely, which has a workforce of 2,300. Niantic games have always been a bridge to connect people and inspire exploration, and I am confident that they will continue to do both as part of Scopely. Scopely shares our focus on building and operating incredible live services, has exceptional experience working with the world's biggest and most beloved intellectual properties, and cares deeply about its player communities and game-making teams. Spoiler warning, they don't. Niantic Spatial will get a $250 million cash infusion, $200 million from Niantic, and $50 million from Scopely. Not much of a fucking investment, but okay. Scopely said players can expect Niantic games, apps, and events to stay true to their spirit. The company, which makes popular titles like Monopoly Go and Stumble Guys. What's that? What's that chat is saying when they hear the word Stumble Guys? Do they mean Fall Guys? Do they mean... Perhaps the article had a typo and they meant to say Fall Guys. No, chat. Stumble Guys. Stumble Guys. Not Fall Guys. Stumble Guys. I wonder what this is based on. I wonder what this is a shameless knockoff of. Greg D, thank you. If I was offered 250 mil, I'd sell out. How about you? Yeah, hit game Stumble Guys. Wow. This goes hard. Didn't specify the future roadmap for Niantic's games. Niantic said it will continue to operate Ingress Prime, the revamped version of Niantic's first game Ingress, and the pet simulator game Peridot under Spatial. Niantic has released several titles in recent years that were received well, but it has struggled to match the success of Pokemon Go. Maybe because Niantic's games fucking suck. Maybe it's because Niantic fucking sucks at developing games, but developed a good gimmick early on that led to them being the ones the Pokemon Company went to create Pokemon Go. And the only reason Pokemon Go is successful is because it has fucking Pokemon as its IP! Niantic fucking sucks! Even Pokemon Go players have complained about the rise of fake content and elements in the game in recent months. We've been complaining! Following the pandemic, the company discontinued some high-profile projects including NBA, Harry Potter, and Marvel games, and has laid off hundreds of employees over the past few years. How do you fumble NBA, Harry Potter, and Marvel? That's how you know they fucking suck. You get handed some of the strongest IPs imaginable, and you're like, oops. Well, I don't know what went wrong. It must be the players' fault. It must be, you know, players just don't want to spend money. And, you know, we can't afford to make these games unless you spend $10 a day on useless fucking bullshit. Big Bad Beard, thank you. Stumble Guys, the game Fall Guys shamelessly ripped off. So what is Monopoly Go? You might be asking. I got a video for you. This is called Monopoly Go's evil strategy to make you poor.
In a world of illusions and temptations lies a silent predator that promises you connection but thrives on deception. Monopoly Go, the latest mobile game app of the classic board game, so it seems. The industry hails it as a phenomenon, as this free game made over $2 billion in under a year. But this staggering amount didn't
$2 billion in a year! Under a year! Monopoly! Fucking Monopoly! A game everybody already fucking owns!
come from game sales, but instead from its nearly 8 million daily players or payers spending money inside of it. They don't know that this board game is in fact a cunningly calculated system designed to hook and deceive. This isn't just a tale of a mobile game. This is a story of millions of players not realizing that beneath this phenomenal board game lie the mechanisms of a casino gaming giant.
Dun dun dun! People asking why this video was unlisted. Honestly, I have no idea. I have no idea. This is a video that was getting spread around for a while, and a lot of live streamers were reacting to it, and then it got unlisted for some reason. I don't know why.
The studio behind Monopoly Go, Scopely, made its first headlines when it made $1 billion in lifetime revenue just 7 months after launch, a feat only matched by Pokemon Go. Now at $2 billion, the press celebrates it as a mobile game that made history. Never meant.
Wait, let's look at that. Let's look at that chart again.
At $2 billion, the press celebrates launch, a feat only.
In 2016, Pokemon Go made $1 billion fucking dollars. And then during COVID, it peaked back up to over $1 million again. In 2017, it fucking cut in half. Holy shit. Bugs Malone, have you ever heard the story of how Monopoly and McDonald's sweepstakes were fixed for years? I think so. Vaporware, thank you. Netplay from Monopoly on N64 over this garbage.
Matched by Pokemon Go.
Burritos, thank you. I thought we all hated Monopoly and it's universally memed as the game that makes you fight with friends and family. Apparently people like it. Izzy, thank you. When Pokemon Go came out, I was stuck in oil sands dorm room, so all I got was coffins and grimers, so I hate it.
The press celebrates it as a mobile game that made history, never mentioning any comparisons to casino game. Hasbro, the owner of the Monopoly brand, is sending congrats. And Scopely too congratulates the hard-working team of Scopelians in the typical corporate make-believe charade. After 7 years in the making and 250 million downloads later, it's making about $4 million a day. More
$4 million a fucking day, chat! On Monopoly! On your fucking phone! How the hell do you monetize Monopoly to this extent? Somebody explain it to me! $4 million a fucking day! That's Monopoly!
more than traditional casinos. I mean, all respectable numbers.
So a casino earns $2 million a day. A fucking casino. Something that is staffed by dozens of people. Dozens of jobs operating. Dozens of machines going. Dozens of different types of games going. And a casino makes $2 million a day. Fucking Monopoly Go makes $4 million a day.
Casinos. I mean, all respectable numbers, looking at how fiercely competitive the mobile gaming market actually is. With $90 billion, it accounts for half of the global games market. China is leading, followed by the US and Europe. And with 60% of Americans playing mobile games, it's not surprising to learn that the US is publishing most of them. Fast forward and we're swimming in options. 500,000 games on Google Play and another 200,000 on the App Store. No wonder more.
Wasn't that what Amino? That's not a game. Shit, Amino's not a fucking game. What the hell? What else we got in here? We got Stardew Valley and Terraria and Thomas the Tank Engine game. Reigns is interesting. Betty Bobber, thank you. When's Oshi Push coming to mobile? I don't fucking know, dude.
No wonder mobile gaming has the highest consumer spending in the world. And Monopoly Go is killing it, consistently ranking top 3 across the world. Surprisingly,
what the hell was that above it? What was that? Wood, nuts, and bolts puzzle? Chat? What?
Surprisingly, those who are playing or paying are mostly the older demographics.
It's boomers. Boomers fucking love Monopoly, chat. Boomers fucking love Monopoly.
You might think it's the familiar, nostalgic Monopoly brand that pulls these folks in, but digitizing Monopoly has been done many times before. From Tycoon to Solitaire and Sudoku, nothing hit like Monopoly Go. So what's its secret? How could a seemingly innocent mobile game make $2 billion in just 10 months? To find out, I had to roll the dice a little bit further back and understand what it is about this brand to begin with.
Only a 3% different from Gen Alpha? Was it really? I'm not gonna click back.
The Landlords game, the precursor to Monopoly. Stenographer Lizzie Maggie invented and patented a simple board with rectangles, go to jail, and public park.
Huh.
With 2 sets of rules, players collect and spend
Is
money.
it going to be that Monopoly plagiarized this and Hasbro got away with it? Is that gonna be what happened here?
Her mission with this game, to teach the 99% about income inequality. Because back in her day, the US was deep in the Gilded Age with capitalism as the economic system. It was marked by industrialization and the rise of monopolies, controlled by only a few. So Lizzie created the game to show
there is some
the dangers
serious
of
irony here.
capitalist monopolies. Fast forward, and she eventually sold her patent to Parker Brothers for just $500. Renamed to Monopoly, the game sold 2 million copies in 2 years each.
When they took away the political branding, people bought it. That's funny.
At $2. 30 years
I wonder if there's anything modern gaming could learn from this.
later, and Hasbro steps in. When they acquired Parker Brothers, they basically took over the entire board game world. By the late 90s, they owned 85% of the market. Twister, Scrabble, Risk, Clue, Dungeons and Dragons, all Hasbro.
$500 was worth a lot more back then. About $10,000 in today's money. Bro, it's fucking Monopoly. Did you miss the part where Monopoly Go makes $4 million a day?
You could say that Hasbro was a monopoly itself.
Kevin Hart?
And Dungeons
Wait,
and
what?
Dragons, all Hasbro.
Wait, what? Hasbro owns Kevin Hart? What?
You could say that Hasbro was a monopoly itself. And
She made a good game, though.
that in a board game market that's still raking in cash. However, they paused creating new games. Why bother when you can just build on the existing Monopoly brand? After chess, Monopoly is the most played game, holding the Guinness World Record for being played by 500 million. So expanding on that flagship brand is a no-brainer. It's cheaper than building new games and just as lucrative. And that's why Monopoly has
Oh, she didn't. Parker Brothers changed a lot about the game. Oh, okay, never mind.
every theme you can think of.
I heard the Monopoly socialism game is fucking terrible. Honestly, like all of these Monopoly spin-off games are pretty much the exact same, just rebranded. But then they do some that are like reworks of the rules. And so there's like Monopoly Millennials, the longest version of Monopoly, or like Monopoly that never ends or whatever the fuck is its own version. And then Monopoly Socialism. And apparently they're all fucking terrible.
Even a Monopoly movie with
Like some of them have just straight up nonsensical rules. Like the game wasn't play tested at all. Yeah, Monopoly Cheaters
Kevin
Edition.
Hart is in the talks. And that strategy of doubling down on that flagship brand pays off. Hasbro mastered brand extension so much so, mobile gaming was the inevitable next step. So, in 2015, Hasbro makes a really smart move. They partner up with Scopely, who was by then already really big
Fucking Ellen DeGeneres? What? A little bit base, thank you. Monopoly made by a
in
socialist? Oh,
mobile
wow.
gaming. Together, they first launched the only officially licensed Yahtzee game, which hit 1 million downloads in just 4 days. Obviously, Scopely is not new to this #1 game, because their track record of #1 mobile games is long and loaded, with hit after hit. So much so, it propelled them to #9 on Inc.'s list of the fastest growing companies in America. And among their long list of investors, I also found names like Arnold Schwarzenegger
All those
and
terrible games were a smart move? Yeah, because they make money. It doesn't matter if people like you and me think they're fucking stupid. People are spending millions of dollars a day on them.
former CEO of Paramount Pictures. And even Ellen couldn't resist partnering with them.
You can even play against me, and if you're good enough, you might win my lucky dice.
By 2019, they smashed past $1 billion in revenue and expanded globally, acquiring studio after studio.
Jesus
And then in
Christ.
2023, they hit a jackpot twice. A $5 billion acquisition by none other but Saudi Arabia's Savvy Games Group, and a week later, the launch of Monopoly Go. Hasbro, therefore, found in Scopely their
Saudi Arabia invented oil too, chat. It's so fucking over.
ideal partner in crime.
Hugo, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
But how does this crime unfold? The classic board game is known as a family game that can last hours. To best translate this into a mobile game, Scopely simply looked at the #1 social casino game that got it all figured out. Coin Master, 100 million global downloads, $3 billion in lifetime revenue, and
Well, $3 billion lifetime revenue, but how old is the game?
still making a ton of cash. Do I have to say more?
Wait, how old
In
is it?
Coin Master, you hit the infamous big red button to spin slots. In Monopoly Go, you hit a big red button to roll dice.
Oh, fuck, it's the same game.
In Coin Master, you then build in a themed city with your virtual money. Monopoly Go, same thing, potato, potato. You build landmarks as you progress to new cities. In Coin Master, you then destroy others' landmarks or steal from them. Monopoly Go, potato, potato, same thing, attack, destroy, or steal. And
This is so smart. Holy shit. They're so fucking smart.
that's basically it. Smash button, roll dice.
They must. I bet you Niantic copied their playbook. I bet you this was Niantic's plan all along, chat. Because Ingress was just Pokemon Go was a reskin of Ingress. They were like pretty much the same game with like very minor differences. This is and this. Oh my god.
Attack, steal, repeat. That's the core loop of Monopoly Go. In the heart of the game is rolling dice, just like in the board game, but quicker.
Reskin of what? Pokemon Go is a reskin of Ingress.
For God's sake, you don't even have to tap the big red juicy button. You can just hold for auto roll. You don't have to do keep rolling. Oh, keep rolling, but I'm out of dice.
Oh, uh-oh. It's gonna ask her for $5. Not $5. Only the really greedy games will ask you for $5. Most of these games, I've played a lot of shitty mobile games. What they start with is they're like, oh, 99 cents. Not even $1. Not even $1. Cheaper than a cup of coffee. For 99 cents, you can get like a newcomer's starter pack that gives you 5 more free rolls without having to wait for energy recharge, a full energy bar, and some other like nifty little items that'll help you skip forward in time in the game or whatever the fuck to save you time, to make you able to have like a proper head start. And then if you buy that, then it gives you like a $2.99 pack or like a $1.99 pack, and it's like, oh well, if I buy this I get 3 free rolls, so not as much as like my initial 5 free rolls, but I get some other stuff like maybe some more time skips or like a fancy cosmetic of some sort. So, and if I don't buy this, it's going to expire in 6 hours because it's the newcomers tier 2 pack or newcomers level 5 pack or whatever the fuck. So if I don't buy this in 6 hours, I'm gonna be locked out of getting like this cosmetic or whatever forever. And who knows when like the next big saving will be. If I wanted to buy like another roll in a shop, it's going to be like $1 per roll. So not only am I spending this, right, like $2.99, and I get 3 rolls out of it, which is the going cash shop rate. So it's already fair. So if I was going to buy rolls, like I might as well buy this. But also, I get all these other little bonuses. So I'd be stupid not to buy it. Max, thank you. Seriously, these games get paid to play the games, hoping you get addicted to the game. Dude, thank you. Pokemon Permadeath coming to a gym near you. Just say thank you. Mobile games make me want to puke. I hate what gaming has become.
5 rolls in 18 minutes. But if I don't want to wait, I can pay $13.
What the fuck? Okay, that's insane. Wait a minute. That's insane. How many rolls?
No, wait, I can pay $13.
Is that 210 rolls? That's got to be 210 rolls, right? Sir Jenkins, thank you. Hello, Yabbit. BBC said that. CPPC technically. I'll have cinnamon rolls instead of MS Pippa. Thank you, fellow. Thank you. Press button to give $5 to Pippa. $13 is fucking insane. She's got to be like pretty far into the game or something. Like a few hours into the game. Because this is insane. Most mobile games will like tease you with like, oh, it's only 99 cents. It's only $2.99. It's only $6.99. It's only $13.99. It's only $26.99. And it keeps going up from there. Yeah, I fucking loved Kimono Friends Kingdom, but I stopped playing it because I hated getting hit with like the little, oh, it's only, but if you spend this, you can get this. And I'm like, bro, here's more like you sucking up. Better be taking notes. Use this for the Face Connect mobile game. I got so much FOMO with fucking Kimono Friends Kingdom. I fell for it. I love Kimono Friends, chat. There's like a few brands or IPs where I'm like, okay, well, like I'm doing this to support the franchise overall, you know? So it's not about just like, I'm such a fucking sucker, chat. I'm such a fucking sucker. It's like, oh, well, if I buy this, you know, like it's helping to keep like the servers online, and it's like helping to keep like new updates coming out, which by the way, apparently Kimono Friends Kingdom isn't getting any updates anymore. Whatever. Unsurprising, but still sucks. So Kimono Friends, Uma Musume, Hololive used to be one. It's like, oh, if I do this, like I'm helping keeping it going. I'm helping contribute. And it's like, oh, and Azure Lane was another one. You know, I fucking bought Crosswave on Steam and on Switch. You know, I got Uma Musume Pretty Derby Party Dash on Steam and on Switch, and I got the DLC. It's like, bro. But that's part of the tactic, is they get you to fall in love with the brand. And it's that fucking stupid ass Steve Jobs image, you know, where it's like turn brands into religion, turn customers into followers, or whatever or into fanatics, or whatever the fuck. It fucking works on me. I feel like, you know what's like really sad too, is knowing that Kimono Friends Kingdom isn't getting updates anymore makes me want to go back so I can finish the story in case it gets shut down. It's so fucked up. Like, there's no winning. There's no fucking winning. Now I'm like, man, I need to like go back, and I need to like tap out my friends so that way like when the servers fucking close down, I'll at least have like experienced the whole story and everything.
No, thanks. You see the twist? Everything in this game is time-bound. Deals on the left, game modes on the right, daily events, the amount of dice, all attached to time.
You're gonna play the Madoka Magica Gacha that's coming out? No, because I played an English fan translation of the Madoka Magica Gacha that was in the web browser like 10 years ago, and that shit got shut down. No. I'm done with Madoka Magica Gachas.
Timers. The game is a race against the clock. First, it makes you feel all lucky nearly all the time. You get hooked to this dopamine loop, dice after dice, and then suddenly you're out of dice. Want more? Please pay. Or wait 12 hours. It's your call. But that's how the game hooks you, just like I hooked you with my YouTube intro. And this
12 hours. This shit is just Farmville. Dana, welcome in! Hello, Raiders. My name's Pipkin. Pippa! I'm complaining about mobile games.
This is far from the board game it advertises to be. This is a thoughtful reconstruction of a slot machine using all the dark patterns.
Oh, as like a little summary, so we're looking at how Monopoly Go sucks, and the people that made Monopoly Go just bought Pokemon Go, so basically it's so over.
And stimulations you find only in casinos. This is a Skinner box in your phone, a dopamine simulator. Rolling dice, that's you pulling the arm of a slot machine. This addictive nature, however, is only one thing. What really makes this game so successful are all its social elements. It seamlessly integrates with Facebook so that you can...
Bruh, I won't install stuff that has this. And they give it $10. Why is Pippa black? Shut up! I won't install stuff that has this. If I boot something up and it's like, play with your contacts. This is why I never end up using TikTok. Because I boot that up and then it's like, oh, you want to play with your contacts or not play with, do you want to connect your contacts? Well, look at who else might be using the app as well. And it's like, I don't want people in real life knowing everything that I'm doing. Excuse me? $10. I'm sorry, what? $10 for the stickers you're missing. Your post literally said you wanted to help people, not charge them money for stickers.
Sticker albums, from rolling more dice.
I'm helping them also. If you don't need it, just get the fuck. What? Oh my god, they're so cutthroat. Oh my god.
To paying strangers real money. Facebook even has a dedicated official trading
8.2 million fucking members. Oh my god,
group
Jet.
where 8 million members are desperately losing it over stickers. Some people spend
Holy
their
fuck.
entire day on multiple devices.
What the fuck is this? This is me. I have 3 accounts, but look at all these laugh reacts. I sometimes also need to play my mother's 2 accounts. She sleeps during the day, works at night, so I'll have 6 devices in front of me all going. Bro, I'd kill myself. You couldn't pay me to do this. You couldn't fucking pay me to do this. This is insane.
To chase the unchaseable. Oh, the game also tells you who attacked or stole from you, all to entice you to retaliate and roll more dice so you can attack back. This is a back and forth that can keep on for weeks, if not months. On the App Store, it masquerades as a board game, cleverly sidestepping any association with social casino apps. Its packaging sells you all the classic board game features.
That's so crazy, because if you like showed me this, I wouldn't like look at it as like a casino app, right? I feel like I've been conditioned by mobile games to view this like as gameplay. But then when you compare it, or when you point out the fact that it's literally a reskin of a slot machine app, it's like, oh my god, this literally is a slot machine app, just reskinned. And because it looks different, it doesn't feel like it is one. It definitely still feels greedy, but it doesn't feel like a slot machine app, but it literally is. It's just instead of you pressing the button to spin it, you're pressing a button to roll dice. And instead of little rolling casino slot machine numbers lining up, it's your random placement on the fucking board. It's literally 1 for 1.
But once inside, none of these matter. As you progress, everything gets more
workarounds,
expensive too. It takes more time to complete.
Like, I feel like I look at something like this and I'm like, oh, you know, if they took away like the microtransactions, this could be something that exists on like the Switch eShop or whatever, right? Or in the Google Play Pass store. You know, it feels like it could be a game. It's just bogged down by microtransactions. But it's not just a game. It literally is a fucking slot machine.
Levels or replenish your dice.
Take away the microtransactions, ha, good joke. There's a lot of games in the Google Play Pass that are like this. And they do take away the microtransaction aspect because you're getting it as part of the Google Play Pass. So you're paying money for the pass and you get access to games that don't have microtransactions.
Very impatient players, this can be a massive wallet drain. On Reddit,
it's usually older games.
How much people are spending on the game? It ranges from modest amounts to jaw-dropping sums, all the way.
$1,000! Holy fuck! $1,000 will do it again. It has done nothing to help. Same, I'm shamed and embarrassed. Too much, way too much. $450 in. Oh my fucking god. I don't want to know how much I spent on Kimono Friends Kingdom. That's one thing that made me stop playing Kimono Friends Kingdom, chat. Is like I was getting hooked by like these little transactions and stuff. I'm like, okay, well, I'm supporting Kimono Friends. You know, I'm helping for the franchise to get more Western releases. And then I realized, I was like, wait a minute, I'm spending like way more than I spend on Azure Lane. And I was like playing Azure Lane and stuff at the time too. It's like Azure Lane, it's like, okay, maybe I'll drop like $30 a month, maybe. Because then I get like the skin box and I get like the cruise pass and the monthly login thing where it's like the daily login that gives you a wisdom cube every day. Maybe like $30 a month, maybe a little bit over. And then I look at Kimono Friends Kingdom and I'm like, what? What the fuck? It's like asking me if I want to spend $200 on a purchase, and I'm just sitting here like, why am I actually almost tempted? Why am I tempted to do it? This is like, if Azure Lane asked me if I wanted to spend $200, I'd be like, what the fuck? No, are you insane? I'll buy an Azure Lane figure for $200, but I'm not fucking spending $200 on a fucking Azure Lane package. Like Kimono Friend Kingdom does it, and I'm like, oh, well, huh, this would give me this and this. Like, no, you can't fucking do it.
All the way to too much for sure. But some are straight up calling it what it is. A Ponzi scheme, pointless, garbage, a complete scam. And some are as baffled as I am. But yes, people are paying.
Not gonna do it. This is a location for my court-ordered Addicts Anonymous session.
In industry, these payers are referred to as whales, a term applied to people who spend hundreds of dollars on in-app purchases. A while back, a video made the rounds exposing the predatory tactics mobile games use to milk these whales. In the video, the guy explains how monetization happens in 3 stages, from hook, habit to hobby.
In a game, the hook is what gets you into the game to try out a free-to-play game. Then you build it into a habit that you play multiple sessions every day, and then at the end it's the hobby phase where people see it as one of their main hobbies, and they put lots of time and resources into it.
Now, while the industry calls them whales, to Scopely, they are regulars. The more regulars, the more it confirms that
Now that's a whole different perspective. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. They're not whales. They're regulars. Holy shit.
you have a very sticky game. After all, Scopely wants their games to become ingrained in your daily life and part of the routine. That was a tough pillow to swallow, knowing that the game's H rating is 9+ on the App Store and marked everyone on Google Play. Despite this, Scopely says none of our games are targeted to kids, they're for a general audience. You're right. General audience. Anyways, this general audience costs Scopely a lot. Around $500 million in marketing and user acquisition alone. As much as a AAA game development budget. Just saying. Their marketing approach is aggressive. But that's not surprising given how long it takes for people to install a game and then make a first purchase. 36% need several days of ad exposure to install the game and another month to make their first purchase. For their mobile game The Walking Dead,
Is that Deadpool?
their marketing was so intense they even flew out a makeup artist to zombify PewDiePie for a play session, hitting 4 million views. So when Scopely launches a game, their marketing strategy goes deep and broad. Deep with viral social campaigns and broad with TV and social media ads. Their ad campaigns usually come in 4 flavors. Ads based on IP to show the familiar board to target Monopoly fans.
I have never seen an advertisement for this game. Maybe I have. Maybe my eyes were just glazed over because I was playing mobile game slop and I wasn't processing anything that was actually happening. But I've never consciously been aware of a Monopoly Go ad before.
Ads based on wealth and upgrades, targeting those interested in progression. Ads on social interactions, targeting those looking for a social edge. And lastly, there are tons of paid influencer ads too.
That I play after school, while I eat, on the toilet. Wait, what?
These ad campaigns usually run for 1 to 2 years before they pay off. The idea is to really create a long-lasting flywheel effect, something that I mentioned in my Palworld video, where the end goal is to get players bring in more players, not ads. But until then, it's an aggressive ad campaign.
Wait, what? How is Palworld doing that? How is Palworld doing that? There's nothing in Palworld that's like multiplayer FOMO. Like you can play with people, but there's nothing in it that's like anything like this. What?
And they are effective. But this strategy isn't unique to Monopoly Go.
Being a good game? Okay.
Really pushed that envelope when suddenly you could see J-Lo and Cardi B pressing that red juicy button.
Is that Jennifer Lopez?
Is that Coin Master?
Is that Jennifer Lopez playing Coin Master?
Download Coin Master now. Come on, I'm waiting right here to whip your ass. Whoa!
Spending a ton of cash.
What the fuck were these ads? What?
Cash on celebrities fits right into the social casino world, $1 billion scene.
Holy cringe, that was very cringe.
Casinos, though, social casino games aren't really regulated. Real casinos, they have to watch out for players with problematic gambling behavior and are actually required to step in, otherwise they would face fines if they don't. That's how strictly regulated the traditional casino market is. Social casino games, however, they lack these strict regulations and safeguards against addiction. So there's no obligation for these games to actually monitor excessive gambling. And this lack of regulation means players, especially those prone to addiction, are less protected. Given that social casino apps are also up to 5...
That's saying they've never seen casinos do that before. I don't know how much casinos actually do that. How simple do you have to be for this to be an effective advertisement? Holy shit, is that Pipkin Pippa playing Mahjong Soul? Play Mahjong Soul! Play Mahjong Soul! Play Mahjong Soul!
5 times more addictive than traditional games. It's also much harder for players to just delete the app. And so, Monopoly Go is the perfect example of a social casino app done right, but for all the wrong reasons. It makes us
What you're
casual
saying right now are the flywheel effect. I need to look that up. I have no idea what that is.
play and board game nostalgia, but cleverly conceals any casino undertones. It's packed with social features and hits every dark gambling trick in the
Ghost Star games in general don't aggressively push microtransactions. Yeah, it's nice.
book. On darkpattern.games, a website reviewing
Dark Side
addictive
Slender,
mobile
I'm
games,
sorry!
Monopoly Go, falsely labeled as a family board game, is on the naughty list. It takes off every box for manipulative design, from temporal and monetary to social and psychological. Governments are starting to notice how these free-to-play games make their money, and they're not happy. Belgium has already banned loot boxes that rely on
Based? Cosmo Gaze, thank you. Well, I start spending money on those damn mobile mahjong games if they do a phase collab. Sam Peachy, thank you. Can we get a gamble bun?
chance.
When can we
and
gamble
the UK
bun?
is looking into it as well. Over in the US, where Scopely sells really big, there is talk of tightening the rules on buying things in games, especially for kids. But the real toll, though, is on the players. Who get
What? How Monopoly Go almost destroyed my marriage. Wait, we gotta look at this. How Monopoly Go almost... It's real. Oh my god, it's real. Oh my god. Yeah, the WoW widows are back, and this time their spouse is playing Monopoly. Wow. Truly the family killing game.
now regret it.
I'm
They
listening, you
talk
shouldn't
about their
stop it.
struggle
He did,
to
yeah.
quit, for the time they will never get back. The facade of Monopoly Go might be
I don't like this like complaint about games. You see this a lot with like other hobbies, right? People will be like, well, if you stop playing video games, you'll have the time to invest in developing this other skill. And it's like, you're allowed to have fun, you know? I feel like people are so quick to be like, oh, well, playing video games is actually bad for you because you're not like developing a skill while you do it or whatever. It's like, so what about when you fucking watch a television show? Are you somehow like more enlightened because you watched a fucking TV show for an hour or whatever the fuck, or watched a movie for 2 hours? Like, you do that with 2 hours, I play a video game for 2 hours. We are literally no fucking different. This is the same fucking thing. Yeah, video games, you could be working. A lot of like, for a while, I wanted to learn how to draw. So I watched all these videos that would like teach you like, oh, like here's all these tips. And one of the channels was like, you have to stop playing video games. I look back at the time in my life where I spent like 6 hours a day playing video games, and I could have spent that time drawing. And it's like, he was like talking about how he regrets it and stuff. And it's like, bro, you can do both. You had 6 hours. You could have spent 3 hours on the video game and 3 hours on fucking drawing if you had that much fucking time on your hands or whatever the fuck. Like, what are you? You just had no self-control. What is wrong with you? This is not... Video games are bad and a waste of time. Yeah, have you heard of fucking time management, bro? Jesus Christ. People like that spend all their time playing slop like AAA FOMO games and wonder why gaming isn't fun for them anymore. Typical grind set speak. True, it's the fucking grind set speak.
crumbling as more players catch on to the game's true nature. But there's still fresh meat coming in every single day. Fresh meat that is unaware of the hidden dark cycle they are entering. And so, isn't it ironic? The original Monopoly, designed to warn against capitalism, has now $1 billion mobile version that's thriving on the very capitalism it meant to critique. How have we come to embrace or even celebrate these monopolistic practices once warned against? On Scopely's website, they are boasting big. #1 mobile board game. 6 billion jail visits, 13 quintillion earned. Their co-CEO writes that the game is a tangible reminder that there's much to celebrate and the games industry always finds the light.
Yeah, for fucking tech bros in Silicon Valley. Fuck off! Fucking video games are ruined, dude!
Really, light. The only light I see is them cashing in on your addiction. This game is a tangible reminder of only one thing, that in the end, it's the house that always wins. Happy gambling.
There's not even a fucking story in it or anything! Oh my god! Oh my fucking god. Well, if
everybody, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to Low Effort Clips. That's right, Low Effort Clips, right here on YouTube.com. Yeah, and hit the notification bell. Yeah.